I can just, I don't know if I just run this up like that. Yeah. Don't want to squish it. We don't have enough wire to get to the PlayStation 570. I don't have enough wire. This is not going to make it. My PlayStation's like right down there on the right there. I can't make it. This is how much I have. Like, look at this. I'm just kidding. This is a 75-foot cord. I've ran it all the way from my router to there. This cord is longer than, a little bit, itty bit longer than my house. My house is like 78 some feet. That's this. I'm literally running to the Stone Age now. I never thought that I would have to come down to this. But let's do it. 3, 2, 1. LAN cable initiated. 100% signal strength has been achieved. Okay, boys and girls, everybody outside, inside that gender category. Now officially connected to the router via a 75-foot cable. And every I have to show you this. Every port, look at all the wires. This is my storage. My storage box. Now this is my storage cable right here. This is my extension cable, and this is my setup. I know it's really weird. I have not actually shown my setup. So this cable goes to my storage. This storage right here is my birthday present. Stupid thing was like $180, man. When I say my prices out loud, I'm not saying, oh, look at this, this costs as much. No, I'm saying this is the pain I have to go through. This literally took out it's like my biggest birthday present, which is actually probably the most, quote-unquote, I don't know if I want to say the worst, but it's like the least not future, but futuristic thing. But you know what? I love it as a birthday present. This is an 8 terabyte drive, which, how come it can't be like 100? Because I seen terabyte drives as small as my thumbnail, and you see this giant thing. Anyway, come on. This is an extender, so this piece actually goes to my keyboard right here. This actually goes to my camera, and this goes to my mouse that I currently have disconnected because I was playing Phantom Forces. I still am. And this cable right here is the internet cable that's wired off. All that stuff. Another thing is, that back wall, I'm probably going to bore it in, go up to the corner, up on the right, and then down. Go up that corner. There's the corner of my door. Go up and then down. I have a stop sign on my wall, and I'm gonna run it down. It's gonna go up near here. I only complain about the cable. 75 feet. I put my foot up to the cable, and I'm estimating that I have 16 feet left over. Now I know a foot isn't quite literally like, my feet. I measured my foot out once, and it was roughly about 12, 13 inches. So using my foot, I estimated that we have about 16 to 20 feet left over. I have a lot of cable I can literally probably run this cable from my room all the way to my kitchen. I could probably run it back to the router if I really wanted to. So we're going to test. Where's my iPad? How good can I load a video? Because I doubt it'll load the video, but maybe I'm just wondering. I'll close out the app first. Should be fine. We're doing really good. A few streams I might go without the cable, and a few streams I'm probably gonna go with the cable. And to do this, what the hell was that? I have no idea what that was. Anyway, I want to kind of experiment with it. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna stream for like a few days without the cable. And I'm gonna stream a few days with it. And if it is good, we're going to do the installation. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry. This cable's annoying. My only complaint about the cord is I have way too much of it. Like here's my remainder. I know it might be a little bit of extra money to do it, Dad. Is there a possibility we can conduit it?
Well, you need to see if it works. So
I know, but like
test is this.
I know, but assuming it does work.
Let me finish the talk. Run it normally, and when it starts lagging, switch over to that.
Oh,
And then see if it stops lagging. But don't run that. Don't run that test until it starts doing the lagging part. Okay?
Yeah.
Once it starts lagging, then switch over to this. If this corrects that problem, then we can take this to the next level.
Exactly. I know, but I'm saying, let's say if it does work, should we conduit it?
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Right, is the internet working? Because Jeanette said it was kind of acting up for her.
It is working right now. Okay, you know what? I think I want to do 2 tests. We're going to do a complete empty test, and then I'm going to attempt to have my mom lag the internet. It shouldn't be too hard. We're going to attempt to lag the internet, and then let's see if the cable can actually fix the mistake. Okay, now I'm sorry if I haven't been rolling, so let's do this. I just disconnected the cable. Whoops, got some lag. Not really lag, but like, up there we go. My CPM. My CPM took a little bit of a hit right there. Actually, wait, hold on. There we go, it's rotated that way. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. It was processing there for a second. Up, shoot. Oh, that's what was happening. It's because the paintings. Since I'm not using it, I'm gonna stock it outside. I really wanna. Aw, you and Ben? She's so cute. I really like. If I really had a choice, I'd buy a 50-foot cord, have it, and keep this, and have the 75-foot go in your room.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I really want to, because if I can wire up my connection, you can too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice to my mom, because she works from home. Let me do some calibration. Oh, there's the problem. Shit. Hold on. Just fill. Ah. Oh wait, never mind. Doesn't even matter. Thank God commands exist. Hi. Luckily, I'm somewhat. Dude, apparently in my school, like in high school, by the way, we were learning about coding, and one of the lessons is gonna be about Minecraft commands. Looks like I'm gonna be a teacher. Wink, wink. If you make a command to make, I've made nukes, power bases that well power other bases, and use that power to destroy mobs atomically. I mean, after all, I'm a bit of a genius. Actually, to be honest, out of commands, I've 1 to out of 10 scale. I'm gonna rank myself like a 7.5. If we're going by Bedrock commands, that is, because Bedrock commands are the only ones I know. I have an idea. Watch some videos. God, my pants. Pants stink. Got foam up on them. There we go. Ow. Up to my PS5. Stinky pants. Plainly difficult.
I will
Do it
come
up.
in a little.
Okay. Of the I-35 West collapse disaster of 2007. Disaster videos.
It is the evening rush hour on the 1st of August 2007, and traffic crawls its way along the I-35 West Mississippi River Bridge. The crossing has been here for over 50 years and is an essential part for many journeys around Minneapolis. Bridge 9340, as it is officially known, is a steel girder structure stretching for 14 spans, roughly 1,907 feet long. The bridge has become a bit of a bottleneck as 4 of its 8 lanes were closed for resurfacing. As such, the evening rush traffic files through the limited space. But little did the commuters know that they were travelling on borrowed time. The bridge failed in the blink of an eye, plunging the vehicles down into the Mississippi River below. Today we're covering the Mississippi Bridge collapse, and as such I'm going to rate it here's 6 on my disaster scale, and again here's 6 on my historical legacy scale. In the early 1960s, plans were drawn up to cross the Mississippi River as part of the colossal construction of the I-35, a monumental 1,500-mile north-south cross-country interstate
Oh,
highway
that could have been a
project.
disaster.
Parts of what would become the I-35 had been constructed pre-1956, the date on which the interstate system was formed in the US. The route would eventually be completed in 1982, and it ran from Minnesota in the north all the way down to Texas in the south. And part of the route would have to travel through Minneapolis, necessitating the crossing of the Mississippi River. As a side, the I-35 in the region actually splits into 2, the I-35 West and the I-35 East. This allowed the highway to be brought into Minneapolis and St. Paul respectively. Both branches rejoin in Columbus. In 1962, plans were begun to be put on paper on the I-35 West River crossing. As part of the design process, engineering firms Sverdrup and Parcel were hired on to produce a preliminary engineering report, create final design plans, checked by a registered professional engineer, and check design computations. On the 12th of April 1963, 2 options were presented to the Minnesota Department of Transport, a 4 and a 2 truss design. Sverdrup and Parcel recommended the latter for economic reasons, which was the option selected by the department. The accompanying report from Sverdrup and Parcel stated welding is planned throughout for the makeup of
Can you imagine how tough it is to make a bridge? You have to like really work hard to build it, like get the trusses in. The hardest part is probably obviously to make the supports.
That the use of welding compared to riveting would save the department money, but in reality the use of T1 steel had an overall cost implication. By September, both Minnesota Department of Transport
Yep, this
and
is probably where it
Federal Highway
starts, the shit
Administration
show.
began to express reservations about using such large quantities of T1 steel in the bridge.
Just pay up, idiot.
Is a very strong construction.
Safety over
But this
cost.
comes with a drawback.
Who cares if it costs a million? Who cares if it costs a billion?
And as such,
Safety
members made a T1
over
are limited by
financing.
the size of the heat treatment facilities where they are produced. This meant that there would be a need for more joints, which incurred extra cost during construction. Not only that, but the material was more expensive compared to other steel types at the time. T1 was 38 cents per pound, compared to the say weaker A441 steel that was around 31 cents per pound.
Are you serious?
It was made in longer sections due to the different heat treatment processes. During the March 1964 conference, Minnesotan Department of Transport and the Federal Highways Administration decided that Spurred Up and Parcel eliminate T1 steel from all main truss members and use A441 and A242 steels instead. This required a redesign, as the A441 and A242 steel had a capacity of £27,000 per square inch versus £45,000 per square inch for T1. Due to the weaker steel, the design had to be replanned and required thicker steel, which in turn added more deadweight to the structure. However, some of the original 0.5-inch T1 steel gussets weren't thickened when the change to weaker steel was employed. The ones that were improved in the final design were upped to 1 inch thick, and it might be worthwhile remembering this for later on. The final design was settled upon by March 1965. However, initial works to build the piers had already started in 1964. Let's first look at the actual design accepted. The structure used welded built-up steel beams for girders and truss members, with riveted and bolted connections. The bridge was 1,907 feet long and carried 8 lanes of
Pretty long
traffic,
bridge.
4 northbound and 4 southbound. The bridge had 13 reinforced concrete piers and 14 spans, numbered south to north. 11 of the 14 spans were approach spans to the deck truss portion, which was only 3 spans long.
I hate
but
when
was
companies
over
cut
1,000
costs,
feet in
man.
length. The bridge deck in the approach spans was supported by continuous welding steel plate girders or by continuous voided slab construction. The 3 main spans used deck truss construction, consisting of 2 reinforced by about 6 inches, with a total width of the deck slabs of about. This was enough to accommodate all 8 lanes of traffic. The main trusses comprised of 2 parallel main sections that extended the length of the deck truss portion of the bridge. For added strength, the cords were connected by straight vertical were installed and riveted together.
Let's try something. It's lagging.